Well, hello, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Let's find out what this person's thoughts are about you, the person that you are thinking of or dealing with. What are their thoughts about you? We're going to read based on the current energies, and then we're going to predict an outcome on this thing. Keep in mind, energies can change, and you have the power to change them. You and your person, sometimes it requires both of you, but you can disrupt your own energies regardless, okay? So with that being said, y'all, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, well, I invite you to do so, okay? I hope that you will consider doing that, and I really also offer you the opportunity to delve into your situation in more detail and get specific, okay? You can do that by booking a personal reading with me, okay? The only way that you can do that is by following the directions in the description box below this video, okay? You will see all the information you need, and you won't ever hear from me reaching out to you first, okay? Nor will you see anything in the comments that is valid, no matter what. It is always what is in that description box, okay? So with that being said, y'all, I truly appreciate the likes and the comments. That means the world to me, okay? Really, really does. So thank you when you do that, okay? So with that being said, let's start with the Geminis. How are the twins doing today? Let's find out, Gemini, what this person thinks about you. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we need to know, Gemini? What do we need to know what this person thinks? Well, they think you've released this. They think you've released it. This is intense, Gemini. This is intense. Woo, this is intense. Twin flame-ish. And you know, I don't believe in one twin flame. I do definitely know that there is twin flame energy out there, and it can manifest not once but many times, or several times at least, okay? Bear that in mind. But this one is very, very intense, okay? Boy, do they feel like you're combative. Woo! Yeah, they do. 5 of Wands here and 5 of Swords. Some of them think that you're deceptive. This is not me. Don't shoot the messenger. This is their thoughts about you. They got emotion for you, and they're very, very physically attracted to you. And they're watching you. Watching you. Yes, they are. Page of Swords, okay? That's what that's about. They're trying to be stealth about this thing, about watching you too, I think. I think they're trying to keep you from knowing it here. But they think you're done fighting for this thing. And, okay, if you are still involved with this person, they think you're headed for disaster and that you're going to release this like a hot potato, okay? You're just going to, you know. And if this has ended, they feel like it ended in disaster and that you've released it, okay? But they feel like that some of you, they think you're deceptive, okay? Some of you, they think that you're a drama king or queen with this 5 of Wands and the 5 of Swords here, okay? And that you're combative, okay? And, but they think you're done fighting for this thing. 3 of Wands reversed, 10 of Swords reversed. They feel like you've released it, or are releasing it, or will release it. Take what resonates here, depending on where you are in this whole dynamic. There's a lot of emotion here. A lot of emotion with the Lover's card. A lot of passion with the Ace of Wands sitting right next to it. This is a pregnancy card, Gemini, for those of you that this may apply to. Okay? But they feel like you're extremely independent. They really do. They really do. And that you kind of do your own thing and you really don't care what other people think. Probably including them. I'm not saying all of this is true, Gemini. I'm saying this is what they think. Big difference, okay? What if you were to reach out, Gemini? What if you were to try to disrupt their thoughts and try to bring about some open and honest communication and diffuse this whole thought and energies? How would that be met, Gemini? And what's the probable outcome on this thing? Let's take a look, Gemini. What do we need to know going forward? My twin friends, huh? What do we need to know about what might happen if you were to try to reach out? Damn, Gemini. Good Lord. You pulled some of the same cards. Okay, you got the Five of Wands and Five of Swords here, and the Lover's card. Man, this is an intense connection. You know, this is one that is so intense, and I can understand exactly what I'm about to describe, Gemini. It's like there's such physical attraction, and at times it's like you're your best friends with this person, and at times you bring out the very worst in each other. Very, very much. Those are characteristics associated with this intense type connection, Gemini. But you know what? This person's going to blame you. Knight of Cups in reverse. But again, there's like all this passion and emotion that's going to be discussed. But you know, you got the Nine of Pentacles, the card of being single, Page of Pentacles in reverse, man. Some of you, they feel like this is family or children or just immaturity on your part. They feel like you know, again, I don't know that this person would fight for this. You know, there's a lot of emotion here. Interesting. You may be dealing with another Gemini. We pulled the Gemini card here. But they feel like your focus is on family or money. And I don't know that this thing, I think that is the type of thing you're going to be met with. I mean, and I hate to get graphic, but quite honestly, here's what I see. Here's what I see if you were to reach out to this person. I think you guys would fight like cats and dogs, probably do the boinky, and then go back to fighting like cats and dogs again. That's what I get. And I know that's crazy, but look, I've been in dynamics like that before. So I understand if this is the way it is, you know. But, you know, I think you can disrupt this thing. I think this thing does have a lot of potential in spite of what I'm seeing and telling you. I think if you guys can settle down, okay, and try to stabilize yourself and your, you know, and your words and just woo-saw, I think this thing does have potential. The majority of you, this thing is going to just be like that gasoline on a fire, you know, just like I described, okay? But there are some of you, if you can come at this thing and not be combative, and even when your person is combative towards you, you don't have to return that energy. Yes, you can speak your truth. You can maintain your value, you know your value, hold your, you know, boundaries and speak your truth, but in a kind way. You don't have to return this kind of stuff. And it may diffuse it and it may make it. But now it's going to take both people eventually, you know, coming to some peaceful communication and getting rid of this drama. And I see that. I mean, but Gemini, I'll be honest with you. I don't know that I've ever seen an outcome like this. I know this is hilarious, but I see what I see. I think you're going to get a lot of this crap and a lot of this. And then before you know it, you're going to be, you know, making out. And then you're going to, you know, be done. And you're going to hit this, you know, wall again. If you're not real careful, that's where this thing is headed. It will take both of you working on yourself and healing the issues that caused all of this stuff to begin with. And I believe that that is the whole purpose of this connection for you, Gemini, is to heal this stuff regardless of how this thing goes. And it really was supposed to be for your person too. Now, I can't say, and you can't control what they do and whether they work on themselves. You can fix you and kind of heal this stuff so that, you know, regardless of this situation, you know, in the future, you won't have this kind of, you know, a cluster, you know what I'm saying, right? But, you know, it is possible that if both of you come to the table and work on this thing, that you can fix this. But I think it is going to, for the majority of you, it is going to be a toxic soul connection, okay? And possibly a lesson for you. But I think there are those of you that if you can approach this person in a certain kind of way, you know, meditate a lot before you do it, okay? So that you've really got yourself together, Gemini. Then I think it has potential, okay? All right. Libra gang. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. How does this person think about you? Bear in mind, this is not my opinion or my card's opinion. This is your person's opinion, so don't shoot the messenger one way or the other. And you do have the ability to disrupt energies going forward, okay? But we're going to first get an energetic snapshot, Libra, on their thoughts about you. Let's take a look, Libra. All right, you might be dealing with a Sagittarius. You've got air, fire, Scorpio, water, fire, and water again. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Libra. All right, let's look at this thing. All right, there's emotion on the part of your person. I will say that. You've got the Queen of Cups here. But your person feels like there's a lot to overcome here. Really almost fighting a losing battle. 9 of Wands here. Very overburdened about it, for what it's worth. Okay, very overburdened about it. All right. They feel about you. They're very nervous about the whole dynamic and kind of up in their head. They go back and forth on this whole thing, on whether it's worth their time or not with this Knight of Swords here. And they may feel like you guys jumped into this thing to begin with too fast, okay? It is, but you know, they're really wondering if it's worth their time with this Two of Cups in reverse and the Nine of Wands and the upright. Both speak to that, okay? And they feel like you're done fighting for this with the Three of Wands in reverse and the Eight of Wands in reverse, and they feel like communication with you is slim to none. And you may have them blocked or vice versa. They feel like you're ready to put this thing behind them. But the reason I say they go back and forth is at the very center of this thing, and the majors always trump the minors. Some of them are really hanging back and being patient, hoping that something will change with this Temperance card here and the Death card. That can certainly speak to transformation. It can also speak to endings. We all know that. But I think there's a lot of emotion here. And I think most days they think you're done fighting for this, and that trying to work this thing out would be fighting a losing battle and not worth trying, because communication is such an issue here. Okay. And that, you know, maybe you're not really willing to move forward. You know, interesting, the Queen of Cups is here in the upright, a lot of emotion, but she's got her back to the whole thing. She really does, to the whole rest of the spread for the way I'm looking at this, okay? And I know you can't see it, and if I hold it up, it'll look differently, but just, you know, you can see she's facing one way, and when I turn it this way, she's facing away from this whole thing, and at the bottom, okay? You know, sometimes the Queen of Cups, did I say Queen of Wands? That's the Queen of Cups. Sometimes the Queen, that is emotion, by the way. Sometimes the Queen of Cups can be so busy, focused on something that they neglect something else. Usually themselves, possibly the relationship or the connection, whatever this thing, you know, however you want to refer to it, okay? But I think they would like for this thing to change. But right now, they really think it's on shaky ground with this Knight of Swords. And I can see why they think that. I'm not saying they're right. I'm telling you what they think. What if you reach out, Libra? What if you reach out? What if you reach out, Libra gang? Can you dispel some of these thoughts that they have? Change the whole dynamic? Disrupt the energy? Put some, clean up the air at least, if not make a new start, or try to, you know, make some repairs to this thing depending on your specific situation. Let's take a look. Yes, I think many of you can. I think it is going to be very, very slow, and there is going to be a lot of discussion, particularly about money and family, for those of you who that applies to, okay? There's going to be a lot of openness and honesty needed, because right now somebody is not going to otherwise see the forest for the trees with this Ace of Swords in reverse. Ace of Cups certainly speaks to, you know, a lot of emotion and a lot of possibilities. The Ace of Wands as well, a lot of attraction here. And the Ace of Wands speaks to a new start, a new opportunity, a new way of life. It's a pregnancy card, heads up. Two of Wands, again, they're going to really think about this before moving forward. But I think many of you, this thing can take back off again in the right direction if you give it some time, okay? And really have open and honest communication, okay? So that's kind of what I see for some of you. Some of you. Not all of you, but some of you, okay? Some of you, it's going to start back and end, okay? I got that for some of you. But for some of you, not so much, okay? All right, so I know that was a lot of different storylines, Libra, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm reading for more than one Libra, okay? All right, Aquarius. Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This person's thoughts about you, Aquarius. This person's thoughts about you. Let's take a look at what they're thinking about you and see where this thing might go going forward, Aquarius. Let's see. Let's find out, Aquarius. What do you need to know? Well, they got a lot of emotion for you. Make no mistake, they think the world of you. You got your own card in the upright. They got a lot of emotion for you. Dang, Aquarius. They got a lot of emotion for you. Here's what they think, though. They think they would be met with combativeness if they were to reach out. They think you're not entertaining this, but in their minds, you're their only option. They think you're focused on something else that's got you totally distracted from them with this Eight of Pentacles here. But they would like to go the distance with you, but they think you're done fighting with this, fighting for this. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse. Could have involved children or family in their minds, or money, okay? You got the Seven of Cups reverse, the Five of Swords in the upright. Some of you, they think you're deceiving, so you're deceptive, or that you're deceiving yourself about something. Maybe they think you're in denial about your thoughts about this whole thing, or your emotions about this thing. Take what resonates. They got a high opinion of you, and they really, really would like to have a lot of optimism about this dynamic. Okay? They feel like you're healing from something too, many of them. Okay? But they would like to go the distance. You got the Hierophant here looking at me, telling me so. Yep. A lot of emotion. Page of Cups, Queen of Cups, Seven of Cups reversed. You're their only option. You know if this is you or not. But in Three of Pentacles reversed, Page of Pentacles reversed, Eight of Pentacles in the upright. You're not entertaining this because you are entertaining something else. And I'm not saying, I don't think for the majority of you, they think you're involved with somebody else. I think they think you're overly focused on work, or family, or something, okay? Coins, whatever, all right? And maybe that's the issue here to begin with. And but they feel like you would be combative towards them, I think, most of you. I think that's why we got this Five of Swords. And they're in turmoil about it too. Some of them, they're really up in their head about it. That's oftentimes what that Five of Swords can mean. All right. What if you were to reach out to try to diffuse this thing, change the dynamic? Let's see, Aquarius. What if you were trying to reach out to change this? How would that go? Open up some communication, maybe? If you haven't already, you know. You know, for the most of you, I don't think this is slated for success going forward. Can you disrupt the energies? Yes, you can. Okay. This is predicted based on current energy. Some of you, it's because you're not interested. I'm going to say that. I'm going to call that like I see it, Aquarius. Okay. But some of you need to understand that there is something that someone is not seeing here. Queen of Swords in reverse and Ace of Swords in reverse. And it is probably the most important thing. And you've got the Eight of Cups here, which certainly is my card of walking away and or looking and thinking something is better away from this dynamic. Two of Pentacles, again, juggling. Probably not another person. Probably the other thing that we talked about earlier, okay? That is going to be the nature of that conversation. It is going to be, you just don't see that you put all of this ahead of me. That's what I'm hearing this person say. But in their minds, you know, you got the Seven of Cups reversed. They really don't want to pursue anything else. But they feel like you are not going to work for this and that you will cut it out. And I think some of them are blaming you. Knight of Cups in reverse. Queen of Wands in the upright, that you're just too busy for them and that you will cut them out. That's the nature of the Queen of Wands, and that you're happy doing, you know, doing what you're doing. That's going to be the nature of that conversation. You bet you can disrupt it if you guys can both come to the table and heal the things that caused this thing to go by the wayside to begin with, Aquarius. And that's what I see. All right, let's read for everyone. Additional information. We're also going to pull some oracles for you too. And if you haven't subscribed, I invite you to do so, okay? And not only that, if you want to delve into your situation in great detail, well, you can. Book a personal reading with me. The one and only way is by following the directions in the description box below this video, okay? That's the only way to do it, okay? Emailing me or following directions in contradiction to that you might see in the comments or elsewhere will not do it, and I never reach out to you guys individually first, okay? All right, so let's get some information for you guys, okay? Let's get some information for you guys. All right, some of you are dealing with blocked communication or poor to little communication with the Eight of Wands here, okay? Some of you really would like to come to the table with equal give and take in this thing. But, you know, I think at the end of the day, a lot of you, this thing is going to be met like this, okay? There you go. And some of you need to get busy on your shadow work, which, you know, I have that playlist for that very reason, to heal issues regardless of whether this thing works out or not, okay? But you know what? I think you will see some truths with this moon reversed regardless. And I think some drama is going to clear for you, okay? Some of you, these things will work out. We've got equal give and take here. Some folks coming to the table and doing some work. So I know that's a lot of mixed messages, but we did get a lot. But you know, you pulled this card here, the card of hope and healing and better days ahead and optimism and faith and going inside to achieve balance and doing the shadow work that we just talked about and how important that is to gain clarity about why this thing happened to you or for you and not to you, okay? To begin with, and to try to fix you regardless. You really, really need to do that, okay? We've pulled air. We've pulled air, of course, you know. We've pulled Capricorn, fire, earth, water, air, and Sagittarius, and Pisces, Cancer, okay? So let's get some romance oracles for all of the air signs real quick. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius gang. Let's get some romance oracle messages for you. Take what resonates on these too, okay? All right, take what resonates. Retreat. Sometimes it's time to disconnect from the world. Go inside and work on you. That's what that's telling you. Some of you, it's about spending time with your person and just opening up and really being open to communication. Some of you, I'm going to tell you what the issue is. It's religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your spirituality and your beliefs and your upbringing and your spiritual path, and you have no idea how true that is. Oh, yes. What we are taught between the ages of 0 and 5 affects us greatly. All right. Some of you need to take back control of your own life, point blank, period. And we talked about this, particularly with the Geminis, but really with everybody. Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. And let's see. Let's pull another one. Get to know each other. Again, open up communication. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond will deepen. Right? Okay. So I hope that helps everybody. And I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. And I wish you all many, many blessings.